Will Logan's. And William says he's awake. Right, I am. I'm Mary Page. I'm not feeling well at all. I injured my right hip yesterday, which was the broken bone I had 2 years ago, and I've been limping in pain. I went to the therapist last night, and they worked on me, and I'm better today. So, um, more about that in a minute. Logan's, will you be open Saturday? Yes, I will. I'll be here 10 to 4, Logan's. Look forward to seeing you. Paul C., good morning. Susan, hello. Roxanne, good morning. Chevy Fish, hello, Chevy Fish. A massive report is here. Roger S. We got us a crew. We got us a crew. So I think I'm going to make the trip to Miami today, but I'm in rough shape. I can't walk without pain. Um, and it was so excruciating yesterday. I really could not walk at all. Today I'm a little better. I can get around with a cane. And what I'm going to do is Jeff cannot go and Frank cannot go. I'm hoping Frank shows up on the chat here this morning. I talked to him last night and told him he really needed to come on, that everybody would love to hear from him. So if he can get his computer figured out, maybe he'll be here. We will see. Anyway, Jeff is sick. Frank is sick. Um, I'm sick, but I'm going to do it anyway. And Tana wants to go. So my plan currently is to pick Tana up at like 10:30 and drive over there. It's about a 2.5 hour drive. So that'll get us there a little after 1. My appointment is at 2. And we can make that, and then we'll just turn around and come back. Probably get back around 6. Logan shared your story live last night. On your own stream or somebody else's, Logan's? Do we? How do we find that? Oh, well, let's see. Roxanne Logan's. Roxanne Logan's very page. Oh, it's uploading. Oh, okay. Yours. Good. Well, we will check it out. Look forward to that. Susan, live, love, and laugh. Amen. William. Where's William? William Jansen. Hi, William. Wallace Ball. Good morning, Wallace. Paul C. Rhett. Christine. Christine's coming over Saturday. I do have some. Oh, excuse me. I have some nice veil black angels. They're small, but they're really pretty and with a lot of finnage. Roger S. Logan's my angelfish head fry. Me and buddy will be getting a tank from you. Cool. Oh, Lori. RoboCop, the square thing near your face. Apparently, it's well, I've got a camera. I've got a camera on it. If I go to the other camera, it's not there. It's apparently a focusing tool, and I don't know how to turn it off. So the problem with this camera is that on YouTube, it's it does not focus very well. That's not too bad. But there are times when it's just so out of focus it looks like my face is a cloud. Whoa, Lord, I'm yawning. I can't stop yawning. Lee Wilcox is here. Hello, Lee. Nice to see you this morning. Mary Page calls him our beautiful friend. Well, I guess that's from a female perspective. Wallace Ball, what happened to the creepy picture? Somebody called it a creepy picture, so I moved it. Actually, I've got this fancy pillow that I put there. Does anyone know what is alongside the fancy pillow? You got a picture of it here. Does anybody know what that gray thing is alongside the pillow? You either know or you do not. And those who know will be rare indeed. Few indeed. Manish is here. Good morning, Manish. Nice to see you. Haven't seen Ro in a few days. She must be hiding out. Right, it's gone. Mary Page got that right. Let's see. Let's get over here to the like. Rogocop is here, speaking some strange language. What do you say? Manish Hingarani Wadashi no Robocop Kayaputen. Kiputen. Could be. Could be. Oh, I don't know why his head is coloring up. What in the world are you talking about, Logan? So she's in bed. We know. Logan's Tropheus de Boise is going, oh, that's a great fish. I love de Boise. Oh, it's a great colony fish. You can set them up in a colony of a half a dozen or so, and we'll have eternal babies. And they, by and large, do not eat their babies. So it's a nice colony fish. Susan said it looks like a feeder box. Nope, not a feeder box. Good guess. Robocop speaking in Chinese. Japanese, I'm sorry. I saw Japanese and said Chinese. Japanese. A squirrel box? No, not a squirrel box. You're on the right track, sort of, but it's not a squirrel box and it's not a feeder box. And Logan says it's getting bigger. Ah. Oh, well. What is this? And Mary Beth says, I can't tell I'm blonde. Oh, let's see. Diebuck. Roxanne says the first thing that came to mind is Diebuck box, but that can't be right. Well, tell me what a Diebuck box is, Roxanne. I have no idea. DYBUK. What is a Diebuck box? Marky is here. Hi, Marky. Wallace, Bat House. Ha! And Susan said, Wallace, that's a good one. Well, Wallace is correct. It is a bat house. You get over here where you can see what we're doing. The bats go up in here, right up in there. This is screened, so they have something to hold on to. And they crawl up in there and they sleep up in there. It's a bat house. It's kind of a cave for bats. How about them apples? Isn't that cool? So, Wallace, you're the big winner. Congratulations. It is indeed a bat house. And it looks like Aquarium Cop had a very close guess. He called it a mini armor for bats. So I would have to give him full credit for that. That works. Father Fish, can you tell us about your most admired person in the aquarium hobby? Wow. There is more than one. Gee. I don't even want to say the one over there. Are really two that stand out for me. One is Henry Call. Now, I met Henry Call when he was my age. He was 80 years old. And he was ready to give up on his fish. I talked about this a little bit yesterday or 2 days ago when I was talking about the Baltimore Aquarium. His were the fish that became the first collection of the aquarium. I met him when he was 80. He died 2 or 3 years later, and I spent a great deal of time with him. He really adopted me. He never had children, but I think I became his son. and we spent a great deal of time together. He was an enormously sweet man. He lived in the inner city in Baltimore, lived a very genteel life. He was a stationary engineer. He actually ran the old St. Agnes Hospital power plant for years and years. A very sophisticated man, but a very genteel man, and in many ways, a very simple. And by that I mean, um, what do I mean? I mean a gentle, plain-spoken, loving man. He was big. He was 6'4", 250, 275 pounds, but strong, muscular, not a fat man at all. Um, he said he had lost his wife the year before I met him, and that was really the aegis for his getting rid of his fish tanks. He kind of gave up on that when his wife died, and then he began seeing a woman who, hi there, what's up?
Nothing. You're not open.
I know, I'm not open. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. We're on live stream. Nice to see you. What's up?
Oh, we're on live stream. Well, I brought pictures of the family.
All right. Let's see. This camera's not working. I need to get the other
Live
camera
streaming.
on.
So we have this fish.
Okay, I'm Julie the Chromis.
Okay.
Very nice.
And then we have, where the heck did it go? This fish.
Okay. That's another Tanganyika.
Okay.
What happened here? I touched the screen.
Uh-oh.
I dare not touch this. It's touch screen. Every time I touch it, it goes nuts. Look at that. You've got a
Then we have
look at that.
their offspring.
Oh my word. Isn't that incredible?
That's what I said.
That's what they do.
That's
That
what
is-
they did. And
That is exactly what they do.
You know,
That's
I don't know if those
love
two
it.
fish crossbreed or not normally.
oh, well, no, they don't. And that's, you think that's what that is? My God, that is what that is.
The ones close to the sand on the bottom are light colored, and when they're living up around the or staying
They
up
get the
around,
bars.
They get bars. They get darker. The
Honest
ones that
to
hang
God.
out on a little filter, they turn almost black.
Wow. So these, wow. Honest to God.
Yeah,
So you crossed a Julie and I can't remember what that other fish is called. They're both from Lake Tanganyika.
yeah. I
So we
remember
get this
before
in.
when they
Hold that a minute. I
when we
want
first
to
got them.
try to focus this. There it is.
Yeah, they each had a mate,
It's kinda
but then over
clear.
the process of a couple of years, or 3 years, their mates had died, and then they started hanging out together, and we didn't think much about it. And then we had babies.
Honest to God.
So when I came in and got another aquarium from you, I was going to put all the babies and those two in the other tank.
Huh.
It was
Do
much
they
easier.
have any of the yellow,
Um,
the babies?
yellow. They tend to be more beigeish,
Yeah, like the whatever it is. The
and like whatever that other
male
one
or the
is.
female, yeah. Huh.
But yeah,
Wow. That's pretty impressive.
so
I've
anyway,
never seen that before.
That's what you said before when I brought you a picture. It's, what the heck are these guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're gonna bring me some?
I might bring you some.
All right.
I was trying to figure out if they're a new species or not.
Well, no, they're not a new species. They're certainly a crossbreed.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they would breeding them second, third, fourth generation
Yeah.
would create a species.
Species.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, yeah.
Yeah. That was
Wow.
the
Pretty
strangest
wild.
thing.
It is.
Yeah.
What is that fish called? Travasi? That's not what it is. Let's see if anybody here is saying it. Nobody is.
This guy.
No, the other one.
Where did the other one go? I'm trying to get a better picture of the other one. That
What is this called, guys? My brain is addled. Somebody will know.
Yeah. And this guy's weird tail. The offspring have a wide tail, but it's not.
It's not a lartail, huh?
Now,
Huh.
where this guy's got that rounded
Right.
tail,
Right.
right? And then these guys have a squarer tail,
Son of a gun.
and the ones at the bottom are blonde like that.
They're not nearly as pretty as either of the other two, are they?
No,
They've kind of adopted the ugliness for each of their.
they're
parents.
practicing. Practicing.
That
ugly.
is
Yeah, but like these
nuts.
that hang
You got
out at the
100
top.
of them or more.
There's
Look
at
that.
least 100. I've found one
Wow.
dead.
Is
Out
that
of
right?
all that?
Oh, that incredible.
Yeah.
So, in answer to the question, do they crossbreed? Yes, they do.
Evidently, they do crossbreed
Yes,
very
they
well.
do. Wow.
And this one was the one reason we had to take everything else out of the tank, because it chased the other 20 fish all into 6 inches of one side
Huh.
of a 75-gallon tank and
Huh.
wouldn't let them out of it.
Amazing.
Yeah. It's
Wow.
absolutely territorial, protective
Wow.
of the babies.
Too much.
So anyway,
Pretty cool.
well, I'll let you get back to your to your webbing. But
That's fun.
I was out and about and thought,
I appreciate it. Yeah. Bring me some. I'm gonna try to share these a little and see if anybody else has. I don't know that it's desirable, but it's interesting.
I don't know. All I know is I got
Yeah.
like 100 of them.
Wow, too much. Good to see you.
Good to see you, sir.
Whoops. Careful there.
How you feeling? How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm supposed to go over to Miami today to predatory fins, and my hip is bothering me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make it, but I'm going to be struggling to do
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Well, don't overexert yourself.
Thank you.
Take care,
Take care.
brother.
Bye bye. All right. We got a little sidetrack there. Well, now I've got to go back 100 comments. Oh dear. Father Fish is Batman. Funny guys. Okay, here we are. What in the world? All right. Let's see if we can pick up the comments here. Richter. Yes, Burchardi. Thank you, Chevy Fish. Tropheus Burchardi. It's exactly what that is. So he crossed a Burchardi with a Julidachromis, looks like an Ornatus, maybe. And he got these babies. He's got a lot of them, and they're the Tropheus is a very subtly beautiful fish, and the Julie is a very bright, stunningly pretty fish. The babies are an ugly fish. There's nothing particularly attractive about them at all. So that didn't work, but it's certainly interesting. Burchardi or daffodil. Yeah, it's not a daffodil, it's a Burchardi. Chevy, good catch. Thank you. Yeah, too bad they're not fertile. Yeah, right. Funny stuff. Tommy Denda is here. Hello, Tommy. Nice to see you. Aquarium Cop is scraping Cory eggs off a glass for 3 hours and nothing is hatching. One dirty platy. Alphonse Frankenfish. Yeah, it is that, isn't it? They are a Frankenfish. I'm going backwards to try to figure out where I was. Chevy Fish is buffering 3 minutes behind. Wow. Good grief. Chevy Fish said bat box too. Yeah, it's the kind of thing you either know it or you don't. Well, looks like it did it again, like it did before. I can't even get back far enough. Lee Wilcox said, all my aquariums are at 31 centigrade and rising daily. What should I do, if anything? I noticed somebody suggested a fan. That's a good idea. The temperature, however, is not going to hurt the fish or the plant, so you really need not worry about it. But you might look into why it's rising. You probably have a pump on one of your uh, sumps that is overheating and causing the temperature to rise. So check that out. Roxanne says a dye book box contains evil spirits. Well, that could be. Mary Page loves Dirty Platty's name. Holly Gibbs says, good morning, fish friends and Father Fish. Wish YouTube would get their notifications fixed. Don't like missing even a few minutes of Father Fish. You are a dear, Holly. Thank you so much. So after all those wonderful gifts yesterday, I worked all yesterday evening on getting this leg better. Went to my massage therapist, and she does deep work, deep massage. She got into the muscle. I tried lying straight in bed last night, and I am better today, good enough to be able to get up and manage this, I think. So we're going to do it. I'm going to pick up Tana at about 10:30, and we're going to drive over to Miami today. We'll not be doing any collecting. Frank is incapacitated, and Jeff is also sick. So we don't have any collectors with us, and I'm not capable to go in anywhere with this leg. But we're going to look forward to visiting with Rodriguez at Predatory Fish at 2 o'clock this afternoon. So we'll probably do a live at 2 o'clock. We'll see how that works out. Okay, I got back to that's a good one about the bat cave. And then Manish asked about the most admired person, and I mentioned one. The other one is Merle Cohen. Merle Cohen was the founder of Aquarium Products. But he started in his garage when he and his brother, when they were in their early 20s, started bringing fish in from Florida. This was back in about 1953, 54. Started bringing fish in from Florida, and they came in back then. They didn't come in by plane. They came in by train. They came in milk jugs on trains. Merle developed a system of bagging the fish in plastic bags and cardboard. This was prior to styrofoam. So he was using cardboard and plastic bags and started shipping fish in that way. Was also shipping in saltwater fish from Florida, from the Keys, and as really the only place in Baltimore to be able to get fish like that, he was a retailer, but very quickly became a wholesaler and was doing vastly more in wholesale, supplying all of the many shops in the area. So he sold the shop and moved into a warehouse, and then built a gigantic warehouse. It was a monstrous thing, probably 20,000 square feet, dry goods and fish, and then began importing from wherever he could get fish in the world. Now, I met Merle and his brother when they were on Greenmount Avenue in their little shop. I was 15 years old, and I was collecting little crabs from my grandfather's oyster boat. He would go out oystering, and I would help him. He didn't think I worked enough on the oysters because I was more interested in the crabs. But I collected the crabs, brought them back home, acclimated them to whatever I was trying to do, freshwater, I think, and then took them in and sold them to him. And that worked pretty well for a while. I was getting 10 cents a piece for the crabs, selling 200 or 300 a week. So I was making 20, 30 bucks a week on these little crabs with Merle. And that was in 1955. The next time I ran into him was about 10 years later at his warehouse in about 65. And then I ran into him again 20 years later 1975, when he and I were working on the bond issue for the National Aquarium. And we both became members of the founding board of directors and got to know him much better then. So he was the other person. And another man who was just an amazingly gentle, kind, generous, thoughtful person. A really sweet, sweet man. So those are the two guys who probably mean the most to me. But there are others and numbers of others. There are so many really wonderful people who I've met through this hobby. A few characters and a few oddballs, but mostly just really generous, sweet, loving, caring kinds of people. Let's see, I'm scrolling down now. Holly Gibbs is talking about her bats flying around friendly when she works outside at night. Lee is worried about the temperature at 88 degrees. Worry about it when it gets into the low 90s. But I think if your house is not that warm, then you've got a pump that's overheating and that's causing that problem. So you want to check your motors. I think you've got two of them going, or maybe one, but it's obviously the motor that's causing that problem. You really can give up the sump, the canister rather at this point, and just if you can replace it with a sponge filter, that would be good. You've got air in there. You can do without the sump. It's not going to hurt anything to just turn it off and be done with it, Lee. And you'll be able to maintain a more balanced and a more stable tank without it than with it. Mary Page wants to know if Hat Trick is awake. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, it might be his heater. I'm thinking it's his pump. I'm not sure he's got a heater. But if you have a heater, turn it off and see if that's the issue. Roxanne blowing a fan. That'll get it down, but you need to figure out what's causing the problem. And it's either a heater or it's a pump. My recollection was you did not have a heater, but if you do, then check that. Clink Oakley, good morning. Nice to see you. And Massey Report wants more coffee. Add air stones. He does have air stones, and there you can get that. Yeah, get those going. And I would replace the stones, or at least one of them, with a sponge filter. See if you can't find one and do that. That would that's going to be more helpful than just the air. One dirty platy. Ice pack in a Ziploc bag. If that you can do that, that's a temporary fix. Again, you need to find the source of the problem. Something is driving that temperature up. You need to figure out what it is. The ice pack is a little risky. I did that once and killed everything. It dropped the temperature too quickly. It's important that it come down slowly so you don't stress out fish that may be stressed by the heat. I had a tank go up to 100 once, and I freaked out and started throwing ice in and doing water changes, killed everything. If I had let it go down slowly, they probably would have survived. And that was a heater that caused that. It was a heater that had a sensor, and the sensor had fallen out. Um, Lee's talking about turning the light off. My hunch is it's not the light because your light has been on right along. Um, but that'll certainly help. Chevy Fish is having trouble buffering them down to there. Able to do a water change. Do not do a water change, Lee. You could stress it out. You know, you want this to go back down slowly. 88 degrees is not too hot. It's not a problem. It's not a dangerous temperature at all. Just don't freak out about it. Figure out what's causing it to go up and fix that. Do not do a water change, Lee. Wallace is saying he met Diane Walstead once. I've never met her. I've talked with her on the phone once or twice. There we go. Mary Page figured out the problem. Says you and Sue are creating too much heat. That's what it is. I would check the ambient temperature in the room and stick a thermometer in an orifice. Did I say that? Chevy Fish keeps saying connection to server timed out. Oh dear, that's a shame. So you're just dropping connection. I need to get this computer to you. Chevy Fish, did you all get a lot of damage? Lee says no idea what you're talking about, Mary. Good thing too. Actually, you probably need to figure it out because she could be right. You guys. Psychedelic. I turn a bottle of frozen water upside down to drip into tank slowly. Fish get a chance to get into a comfortable zone. Those are all temporary fixes. You need to figure out the source of the problem. And again, 88 degrees is not a dangerous temperature. 88 degrees occurs naturally in every body of water, shallow body of water in Florida all summer long. It's not too warm. It's not going to hurt the fish. Figure out what's causing it and fix it. Don't go crazy. It's easy to freak out with these things. I know I've done it. Don't do it. Just take your time, take a deep breath, figure out what's going on. Yeah, the storm Chevy's talking about, lots of trees and branches down. Friend almost got hit by a falling tractor trailer. My God. Power out most places. Roof tiles in the driveway. Mercy. Mercy. Chubbs is here. Hi, Chubbs. J Dog says, I love going into the ocean when it's 88 degrees. There you go. Exactly. It's not too warm. Oh dear. I shouldn't have said anything. Lee has taken great joy in that little comment, and will now blow it into a mountain, into the biggest gaping hole in the ground you've ever seen. Oh dear. Sue's gone out to get her med kit. Uh, uh, all right, we hit bottom here in more ways than one, and it's only 9:30. My God, I can't even get off of here. Oh boy, we're gonna we ain't we ain't heard the last of this. You can be sure. Um, Sir Lee is now taking over. Uh, How to get you on here, Lee? We did that once before, and it didn't work very well. Um, there was a delay, I guess, and it was a terrible delay. Maybe we ought to try it again. Um, let's try it again, Lee. See, click on. See if we can get you on here. Let's see if it works better. It should work fine. One dirty. What temperature fluctuation is okay? Um, 88 is certainly warmer than normal. Now I know breeders like discus breeders who keep their discus at 88 to 90 degrees, pretty much continuously. So it's not by any stretch too warm for the fish. It's not going to cause a problem for the fish. It's just a little higher than a standard temperature, and I don't know. It would make me a little uncomfortable to have it that high permanently. 85, we keep fish at 85 all the time. Discus, certainly, we keep at 85. So 2 or 3 degrees higher is not going to be a problem. Wallace is going for an appointment. Thank you, Wallace. Good to see you. Oh, Lee said he used his rubbish phone. He has a laptop now. He's going to chicken out. Guess he's not dressed for it. Okay. Well, we'll do it again. We'll do it again, Lee. We'll get you. He's chickening out. Natalie wouldn't know why. Bye, Wallace. John is here. Hi, John. How are you? Good to see you. John has a question. What is your question, John? Tommy Denda. Tommy wants to know what kind of fish do best with water fluctuations. Well, that's a very good question, Tommy. What kind of fish do best with water fluctuations? Who's here? Corey Cat's breeding and Susan. Susan is here. Corey Cat's microphone is not working. Let's take a look at this. Oh, look at that. Corey Cat's breeding, and here's Susan. Hi, Susan.
Good morning.
Nice to see you. I need to pull out my speaker, Susan. And I need to get over to YouTube. Nice to see you. And I need to pull out my cut off the volume. There we go. Okay. So Corey's are breeding, so we should be seeing eggs here. He's all over the place, isn't he?
Yeah.
So Susan, have you got your newsletter out yet?
It will be released August the 15th, Saturday morning.
August 15th, Saturday morning. So that's coming up this Saturday. Fabulous. Saturday. So tell us a little bit about it.
Well, we reach out internationally, and we do have some authors from other countries that are participating this month. And we look forward to everyone enjoying their articles. We have a memorial section for one of our fish fam that passed on this year. And I have a featured business and featured YouTube channels and a few other surprises. This is our 1 year anniversary.
Oh, that's your 1 year anniversary for the
Yes.
news. You've been doing this for a year?
Yes, I release them bi-monthly. This past year has been hard. I've skipped a couple months. So there's been about three. This will be the third or fourth edition that comes out this year.
Wow. Well, pretty exciting stuff. We're looking forward to it. That'll be
Thank you
great.
for
Make sure, yeah.
thank you for participating, Father Fish.
Well, I look forward to it. That sounds exciting. Oh, look at the eggs. We got eggs.
Yay.
We have Cory eggs. How about that? And
That's
Lee
nice.
wants to know where his stickers are. They were going to go out tomorrow. I mean, yesterday. Um, but I couldn't walk. Any excuse will do, I know. But I got back there to do it and I couldn't walk. So I couldn't get it done. But they're going to go out this week, Lee. You will get your stickers whenever the mail service decides to deliver them to you. Select Pet, look forward to the newsletter. He says sometimes they land in odd places based on email providers. They're laying eggs everywhere, aren't they? Well, that's pretty cool. Mary Page got 4 stickers with Father Fish's face on it, and she's going to stick them everywhere. So they do exist, and I have sent some out, and I will do more. Anybody else who wants a sticker, make sure you send me your address to fatherfish at fatherfish.net. And Susan just dropped off. Thank you, Susan. Great news. We'll look forward to your newsletter. And thank you for coming on and talking about that. Aquatic Conquest, when introducing a Calvus to your aquarium, don't be alarmed if it hides for several weeks before it becomes comfortable with its surroundings. Yeah, good advice. A lot of people try to feed fish in the bag, and it just they're not going to eat. They're going to be freaked out. So take your time. John Larson, I think the higher water temperature could affect the amount of oxygen in the water. It affects the amount that the fish are using, certainly. So you need aeration. John was talking about the black calvus hiding, so that was good advice. I lost track of where we are here. Big City Bettas is here, sending hugs and love to Susan. Rohan. Well, I've managed to get myself lost again. Oh, okay. So I just got down too far. Is there a "What would Father Fish do" sticker? That would be perfect. That's funny. WWFFD. Oh, there, Susan's back. Let me get her back up here. There you are. We lost you.
I pushed the wrong
Susan,
button.
you pushed the wrong button. Let's see. Select Pets, looking forward to your newsletter. Okay, I got back up. Let me go down now. Mary Page, very strong coffee. Maybe Father Fish can attach them to a carrier pigeon and send them across the water. More like an albatross. That's what I'll do. I'll tie him to the leg of an albatross or a great white whale. So that was Aquarium Cop. who is still with us. What has he got us looking at now? His bedroom, I guess. I don't know what this is. Another tank. All right. And Susan's flipping back and forth here. You hitting buttons, Susan. Let's see.
I don't know how to
What
flip
else
the
have we
camera.
got? Lee, I'll ask my lifelong BFF Michael to design and print me some stickers. Great idea, Lady Mary. Well, there you go. Then I won't have to send them. What is that bowl in the tank? I don't know. I think that might have been the other tank. We've changed tanks since then. Yeah, where are my Lee Wilcox aquatic stickers? That's the one we want to get. Looking pretty sharp aquarium cop. Oh, here's Susan got a tank up. Pretty better. Nice better.
Thank you.
What a gorgeous, is that a guppy?
That
What
is
is
a
that?
Dumbo full moon betta.
Oh, pretty fish.
A friend of mine in Arizona received a large shipment that he didn't order, so he was letting them go at half price. And
Oh
I
my
grabbed
word.
them.
Wow. Pretty nice.
Thank you. Yeah, he's a very blue, iridescent blue shimmer around his whole finnage.
Wow. So you got just the one?
I have two more upstairs. One's a red crown tail with a pink face, and the other one is a pink veil tail. It's the oldest
Huh.
one. He's blind in one eye,
Huh.
and I have to hand feed him.
Chevy Fish is saying, I wonder if any fish people ever thought they'd be using their credit cards to scrape cory eggs when they applied for the card. I do that all the time. I scrape coralline algae off my acrylic tanks with a credit card. It's about the only thing that works well that does not scratch the acrylic. There's some fancy goldfish from Aquarium Cop. Pretty tank, Susan.
Thank you. These are my Santa Maria Endlers.
Do you have any plecos in those caves?
Not yet. Waiting for some blue-eyed lemon plecos.
Nice. I'm hoping to be getting some soon. You got an orange crayfish there.
No more crayfish.
I know about that. I do know about that.
You know, I took
Let's
5
see.
dozen to Dragon Lair.
Roxanne, Sheriff cannot be bought with some Wassertang, nor stickers, but will exchange friendship for friendship. My ma. Zimrian is doing chores and out of here. Lee, do you want my aquarium stickers or the one I put in phone boxes? Oh dear. Oh dear. How big do goldfish get? Well, they get big. They they get, I don't know, the biggest goldfish I've seen was about 2 foot. So they get big. Okay,
They look like little orange whales in the pond.
Yeah, we lost Aquarium Cop. John says mine can literally be eaten. It's so big. Well, it's a carp. Carp get 40, 50 pounds. They can get monstrous.
I'm going to go, Father Fish, and back to the chat.
Thank you very much, Susan. Good to see you here. Stream is popping these days, Rohan says. And Mary, we're a lively bunch. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, we are. And it just kind of moves in any direction, doesn't it? One never knows where we're headed. Betsy's leaving. Right. Okay. See you Friday. Thank you, Betsy. Oh, I think I've covered. There was a question that came up earlier about uh, fish tolerance, temperature tolerance. There are fish that will not tolerate high temperatures, and they're cold water fish, obviously. Fish like what do they call them? Hmm. Well, dace, for example, will not any cold water fish is not going to tolerate warm water. I've tried to keep sticklebacks. I can't keep sticklebacks. Dace I can't keep because the water gets too warm. Zebras do okay, but what is the mountain? What am I thinking about? I haven't had them in so long. I've forgotten what they're called. Uh, it's a fairly common, pretty little fish.
Can I come in?
Just goodness sakes, yes, come in, come in. We're on live stream today. Here's Barney. Barney just walked in. Now we got to get the camera up here so we can see him.
Oh,
There's Barney. Hi, Barney.
hi there, doctor.
What are you up to today?
Oh, about 5'8",
Yeah, little guy.
little guy.
Little guy. Little guys are mean. You're not mean. I don't think you got a mean bone in your body.
Uh-oh.
Well, most little guys are mean.
Oh,
Barney.
how's everybody in the fish world?
Well, we're on with about, I don't know, 35, 40 people here right now. Just having a chat. How many of us are there? I've lost track. 35. Good guess.
Yeah.
Let's see. Run airline through an air chest, Paul C. saying. Roxanne Lee, you can do a top off. It won't evaporate in a day. We're back to the cold water thing. Mary Page wants to take me over to Miami. That would be nice. We're gonna do it. I'm having trouble walking though. I'm just kind of limping, but I think I can make it. Lee's aquarium is getting overheated. Did he figure out yet why? Lee is saying he's 5'5", and I am lovely. Yeah, Lee's not mean. He's just a joker. Lee is a joke. It's a court jester from England. Mary Page will carry you. JH Aquatics. Popping in to say hi, editing until his head explodes. Yeah, I don't even struggle with that. Anthony Hat Trick. Yeah, Susan, post the link for your newsletter, please. 9:50. We got about 10 minutes. Anthony's fishing friends. I love you. You love me. We're a happy family. You betcha. You betcha. Barney is here. Manish is saying, hi, Barney. Where's Manish? Manish is in India.
India.
India. We have people all over the world in here. Literally all over the world. We have people. What are some of the nations people have been in here from? England, lots of England. The Netherlands, Africa, the continent of Africa. I don't remember the country, South Africa. We had one. We had somebody else from another African nation, Gambia, I think. Nobody from South America. Oh yeah, we did. We had some people in from Brazil. Um, we've had Philippines, Indonesia, no China, no Russia, I think, but Czechoslovakia and Poland, kind of all over. Greece.
Get many from Canada.
Yeah, we got a bunch of people from Canada. There are people in here from Canada right now. And somebody was asking me about shipping to Canada. Does anybody know about shipping to Canada? Can I ship fish into Canada from the States?
That's a good question.
Zimrian says, youth is my mask. Ah, I love it. I love it. Hat Trick says that's the best time and super fun. And Chevy Fish says, I keep my cold water fish on the floor. Well, that's a good idea. That helps a bit, I'm sure. Mary Page says, we have Hat Trick. We're going to have to stop partying all night. Thank you, Susan. Mountain clouds. Absolutely. That's the fish I was trying to think about, and they will not do well in warm water. Rainbow dace, pretty fish. Again, can't keep them real warm. And then warm water fish that don't like it cold. Of course, we're all familiar with discus, but really any of the South American fish, rams, for example, really don't like getting below 82. They will live, but they will not thrive, and they will turn dark. And when they turn dark, they're on their way out the door. So if you have a Central American fish that's getting real dark, you need to kick the temperature up. That's usually the problem. Oh, cloud, Susan. Yes. Manish, what's the reason for brown algae and the cure for it? Oh. Combination of overfeeding, too much nitrate in the water, overfeeding, probably not enough light or not enough green plants. Do water changes. I sometimes get it and don't really understand why, except that I think when I get it, it's pretty consistently in tanks that have low light. So my hunch is that more light, if you're doing less than 1 watt per gallon, then you really don't have enough light in the tank. 2 watts is optimal, and that can be hard to get to. For a 55 gallon, that means 2 4-foot fluorescent tubes to light a 55 gallon tank. They're 40 watts each. and that's only like 1.5 watts. 3 would put it up to 120, which would be a bit over. But then if you fill it up with plants, it's really not going to be a problem. Now, LEDs raise a whole other issue, and I frankly don't understand the formula for LED wattage. I know that it's higher. A 4-foot LED strip is really one single one is virtually enough light for a 55-gallon tank. I've got some set up that way. It's a bit dim. 2 would be better, and 2 would be a lot of light. So kind of figure it out from there. But brown algae, generally brown algae, too high in nitrates. You might try adding an inch of sand, and add some light to it. Yeah, Mary Page saying, if I miss questions, please ask again. So because I get lost scrolling around here. It's like running in circles, and I never figure out where I'm at. So Barney, what are you up to today?
Oh, I came in because you're a person of optimal knowledge,
Optimal knowledge.
whatever that
I
is.
see.
No, I remembered you had a clock, and I have a clock problem.
Oh dear.
I was wondering if you know anybody in the Venice area that gets into clocks.
Well, there is a company in Sarasota that does clocks. They're up on Bee Ridge.
Okay.
There also is a guy, and I've got his phone number, and I'll give it to you so you can call him.
Great.
Let me get this.
Well, you do stick with this.
The other guy is up near the airport. I've not talked to him in a few years, and I was just kind of curious. I got a price to fix my clock. The guy wants $1,000,
That's crazy.
so I'm not going to do it. Not for $1,000. But I've got another contact here. If I can find it. Here it is. Amuro Clock Repair. American European Clock Repair. He works out of his home. He lives up near the airport. If he's still around, let me know if he is. 941-929-0775. And see if he's, tell him that if he's still there, that I've got a grandfather clock I need to get repaired that would probably have to come up to him. I think I have to deliver to him.
I can take it out.
You can take it out, the works, you mean? I tried and I couldn't figure it out.
I used to have a 1911 Pershati.
Wow.
But you only have one weight in that?
They're all there.
Or-
They're laying in the bottom. I took them off and couldn't figure out how to get back on them, and there probably wasn't much reason to anyway, because it's not working.
Take up your time.
Good to see you.
I saw your truck. That's why
I'm going over to Miami today.
Are you?
Yeah, there's a wholesaler over there that sells predatory fish. It's called predatory fish. Unusual import stuff. So we're going
Part
to
of
drive
Miami
over.
is it in?
It's actually Boca.
Okay.
It's in Boca, just north of Miami.
My parents used to live in Deerfield.
Oh, okay. Right. So what's that, like 2.5 hour drive or so?
I'd
So
go
we'll
with
be in
you
the
if I
car.
could, but I gotta deliver placemats.
Well, it would be fun to have you. Take care, Barney. Good to see you. Zimrian has no fish friends. Not true, Zimrian. Not true. You got a whole bunch of them right here. And Lee called you on it as well. Policy wake up alarm bell. Roxanne, need to find an affordable, decent light for my 30. I have the light for my busted 55, but the color is quite yellow. Lee saying the problem is probably the mice and the clock. Probably. Mary Page, never thought about taking pictures of links. Still trying to figure out how to post them from the phone. The sand bell, right, almost 10. And we just rang, it is over 10. And we just rang the sand bell. All right, we're going to hit the bottom here. Mary Page, talking about something cheap. Works great. I catch tiny fish. Fish is turning black and lethargic. What do I do? Try kicking up the temperature. See if that makes a difference. Turning black usually means the fish is unhappy because it's not warm enough. Mary Page says, Zimmerine, you got friends now. You're all my first friends in a long time. And the fish brought us together. It's really true, Mary. It's really true. Ming Doc. Well, I've missed a bunch of cool stuff here. Finniper J. Puddle is here. Finniper, welcome, welcome. Sorry I missed you earlier. Omnipotence is here. Omnipotence. And we're giving lots of light ideas. So that's a good thing. All right. You all have had a good time. I've had a good time. We've all had a good time. We're going to sign off. And I'm going to sign back on probably around 2 o'clock or thereabouts when I get to predatory fins. Finniper J. Puddle, happy to have you here. Try to plug back in this afternoon. I love your name. It's absolutely wonderful. Down the wormhole is here at the end. There's a delightful young lady. Thank you, down the wormhole. And Lee saying, check out my review of my lights. Wouldn't miss it for the world. Mary Page missed a couple of people. I'm sure I missed more than a couple. Okay. All right. Finniper says, now I will say that my friend's Ming Doc, that I got her adds heat to the tank. It stays at 85 without a heater. Oh, my. Chubbs is here. Chubbs has been looking at lights from Nillag Prism. Seem to be awesome. So a lot of talk about lights, all of which I missed. So I'm going to have to go back and check that out as well. I have been buying the 4-foot LED strips on Amazon. They come 8 to a box for about $60, and they're wonderful. If you get them wet, they're ruined, but they're wonderful. They're cheap, They work well. I'm actually changing out a lot of my tanks to them because they work so well. Okay, so Aquarium Cop just donated a 99-cent super sticker. Thank you, Aquarium Cop, very much. Your generosity amazes me continuously. I do appreciate you. And I appreciate you coming on and showing us your tanks today. That was nice. Sam Dam is not able to make streams of late. Sam Dam, nice to see you. Good to have you with us. Anthony's Fishy Friends says, Cop's an awesome dude. Yes, he is. And welcome, and also Oil Slick. Looks like the 10 o'clock crowd is in, just as we're pulling out. Nice to see you, Oil Slick. We're going to run along. Thank you all for popping in. We will be back at 2 to 2:30 this afternoon at Predatory Fence. So nice to see you all. See you again this afternoon. God bless all.